On today's episode of Baking My Songs.
Okay. Welcome back to my series, Baking My Songs. If you are new here, my name is Sophia and I'm a singer-songwriter here in Nashville. And this is my series, Baking My Songs, where I take one of the songs that I have written and released and bake it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I just choose something to bake that I feel like closely relates to my song and tell you about the process of writing it, recording it, releasing it, all that kind of stuff. So this month we are making raspberry lemon loaf and we will be talking about my song, Then Again. You're not supposed to have favorites, but Then Again is definitely one of my favorite songs I have ever released. The reason I chose Raspberry Lemon Loaf and Then Again is because I feel like, first of all, raspberry and lemon is a very springy kind of combo for desserts, and I feel like Then Again is also a very springy and summery type of song. I just feel like the two would pair well together. For this recipe though, I am taking a box of lemon loaf and mixing raspberries into it, and then also adding lemon juice and lemon zest to kind of spice it up a little bit. Let's get into it and see how this goes. So the song idea for Then Again, there was nothing really that inspired it per se, but I just had in my notes app for a very long time, which is where I keep all my song ideas. I just had the hook, which was I Want What We Had Back Then Again. I just brought this song idea to my good writing friend Emma, and of course she helped me figure out how to phrase this and just make it into a really fun and upbeat song. I like the double meaning of this song. Just the hook being, I want what we had back then again, but then also the person who is reminiscing on this other person is just kind of thinking, you know, then again. And I really wanted to capture this song concept and also just overall sound of this song that is actually kind of sad, but it doesn't sound like it's a sad song. Maybe depending on who you're singing it about, it's more so happy looking back on those memories and not so sad that you don't have this person anymore. There's actually a line in this song that is inspired by a book that I read. It's a book by an author named Jessa Hastings, and I didn't use the exact line that she wrote in her book, but it was just, there was a line in her book where she was personifying a character's heart. I just liked the idea of making a heart sound human, and in the chorus I wrote, brought my heart to my knees, because I really liked that she personified a heart through the character in her writing. All right, I'm gonna add a few raspberries in here. I just want some whole raspberries as part of the mix. Strawberries would also be good in this too. Honestly, any fruit, blueberries, raspberries, maybe you could do like a citrus one and do like oranges. Oh, I need to preheat the oven. Okay. That looks so good.
We were kids back then, playing grown-ups, but it was just pretend.
We're gonna work on the glaze. I did this song with Noah Needleman. He's the one that produced If Prayer Had Prime as well, which is the song that I did last month for Baking My Songs. And there's a YouTube video on creating that song, so you should go check that out. I love how he brought this song to life. I feel like I'm not too picky when it comes to the production. I mean, I obviously want it to be really high quality and great, but as far as the sound of the song, I kind of give free range to the producer, just because I know that they can hear things that I don't hear in songs. But there was only one thing that I just absolutely knew I wanted for this song, and it was the intro being the O's that come after the second chorus in the song, was the fade in intro of the O's. And then I feel like when the listener hears it for the first time in the second chorus, it's not so random. I feel like it just kind of ties the song together, as well as it being the outros. That was something that I explained to Noah. I said I want this as the intro and I want it to fade in and gradually crescendo until the first verse starts, and he did exactly that. So I'm really happy with the way that the song begins. I also feel like this is a good last track of the album because it ends on a happy note, or more so a happy feeling note, even if the song isn't necessarily happy. I also felt like that was the right choice too, because this is, in my opinion, the least sounding country song off of the album. So I feel like just kind of tagging it on the end made a little bit more sense. I think I'm gonna pull out the loaf and add a few more raspberries just to top it, maybe?
The way you kiss me brought my heart to my knees. On the phone at 3 a.m. till you fall asleep on the other end. Sneaking out the window
Quick change. Just pulled the loaf out of the oven. We are going to carefully remove it from the pan and plate it on here, and then we will add the glaze once it kind of cools down. Just have to make sure I'm removing it carefully. Wait. Okay.
So that happened. That was feeling very reminiscent of the first episode of Baking My Songs if you watched me trying to bake bread for the first time. I never claimed to be a baker. I just wanted to do these baking videos for fun to share my music, but clearly it is a lot harder than I think that it'll be. I will explain everything in a few seconds of what I ended up doing, but I just tried to make the most of a failed experiment. And I'm actually glad that this didn't go the way that I thought it would, because what I ended up making was a lot more fun and really tasty. So anyway, let's get back into the video.
So the problem with yesterday, I did not let the loaf cool. I took it right out of the oven and dumped it on the plate. Instead of starting the video all over, what I did is I took those cake crumbles and I basically made cake pops. I kept with the lemon and raspberry theme, so I did lemon icing. I dipped the cake pops in there, and I did a pink glaze on top. The raspberry taste is gonna come from the cake itself because I added raspberries in there, as you saw. So let's do a quick little taste test and see if this turned out any good. This could be an all-around fail, but I'm hoping this was a happy accident. I kind of knew it was gonna be good because I tasted the cake scraps, I guess you could say, and the lemon icing was not gonna disappoint. So overall, successful. Thank you for coming along with this very messy but fun journey. Next month, we are doing a very classic recipe and talking about a song that I would say kind of started it all. Recipe will be linked down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
You can stream my song Then Again off my debut album, Blame It On My Heart, wherever you listen to music.